The Persian Empire, also known as the Achaemenid Empire, was an ancient empire that existed from approximately 550 BCE to 330 BCE. It was one of the most significant and influential empires in history, spanning a vast territory across 3 continents. Here's an overview of the history of the Persian Empire. 1. Rise of Cyrus the Great. The Persian Empire was founded by Cyrus II, commonly known as Cyrus the Great. He overthrew the Median Empire in 550 BCE and established the Achaemenid dynasty, which would become the ruling dynasty of Persia. 2. Expansion under Cyrus. Cyrus initiated a series of military campaigns, conquering various neighboring kingdoms and regions, including Lydia in Asia Minor and Babylonia. He demonstrated a relatively tolerant approach toward conquered peoples, allowing them to retain their customs and religious practices. 3. Reign of Cambyses II. Cyrus was succeeded by his son, Cambyses II, who continued the expansion of the empire. He conquered Egypt in 525 BCE, incorporating it into the Persian Empire. 4. Darius the Great. Darius I ascended to the Persian throne in 522 BCE. He further expanded the empire, conquering the Indus Valley, parts of the Balkans, and Thrace. Darius implemented administrative reforms, including the establishment of a well-organized bureaucracy and the construction of the Royal Road, a major trade route. 5. Persian Wars. The Persian Empire clashed with the Greek city-states in a series of conflicts known as the Persian Wars. The wars began in 499 BCE when some Greek city-states in Asia Minor revolted against Persian rule. Despite initial setbacks, Persia was eventually defeated by the Greeks, led by Athens, in the Battle of Plataea in 479 BCE. 6. Xerxes I and decline. Darius I was succeeded by his son, Xerxes I, who attempted to avenge the Persian defeat in the Persian Wars. However, the Greek city-states, particularly Athens and Sparta, resisted the Persian invasion and ultimately repelled it. After Xerxes' reign, the Persian Empire gradually declined, facing internal unrest and external pressures from other regional powers. 7. Conquests of Alexander the Great. In 334 BCE, Alexander the Great of Macedon launched his campaign against the Persian Empire. He decisively defeated the Persian forces in major battles, such as the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BCE, leading to the fall of the empire. Alexander's conquest marked the end of the Achaemenid dynasty. Although the Persian Empire eventually fell, it left a lasting impact on subsequent civilizations. It was known for its sophisticated administration, infrastructure projects, and cultural achievements. The empire's legacy can be seen in fields such as art, architecture, literature, and governance. Here are some key quotations from Persian emperors. Cyrus the Great. I am Cyrus, king of the world. When I entered Babylon, I did not allow anyone to terrorize the land. I kept in view the needs of the people and all its sanctuaries to promote their well-being. Artaxerxes II. I am Artaxerxes, the king of kings, the king of all lands and all peoples, the king of this expansive and vast earth. I have ruled a peaceful empire. These quotations reflect the perspective and achievements of some of the Persian emperors, highlighting their aspirations for justice, peace, and the welfare of their subjects. The Persian Empire had several notable highlights throughout its history. 1. Vast territory. At its peak, the Persian Empire encompassed a vast territory, stretching from the Indus Valley in the east to Egypt and Thrace in the west. It covered parts of modern-day Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Egypt, Greece, and Pakistan. 2. Administrative reforms. The Persian Empire implemented a highly efficient administrative system. Darius the Great divided the empire into provinces, each governed by a satrap who maintained law and order, collected taxes, and ensured the implementation of imperial policies. This system facilitated efficient governance and facilitated communication throughout the empire. 3. Infrastructure development. The Persians undertook ambitious infrastructure projects. Notable among them was the construction of the Royal Road, a vast network of roads and relays spanning over 2,500 miles from Sardis in western Anatolia to Susa in Persia. This road system facilitated rapid communication, trade, and the movement of armies. 4. Tolerance and cultural exchange. The Persian Empire was known for its relatively tolerant approach toward conquered peoples. Cyrus the Great famously allowed various peoples to retain their customs, religions, and languages, which promoted cultural exchange and religious freedom within the empire. This policy helped maintain stability and fostered a sense of unity among diverse populations. 5. Art and architecture. The Persian Empire made significant contributions to art and architecture. Palaces and monumental structures, such as the palaces at Persepolis and Susa, showcased intricate carvings, colorful murals, and grandiose architecture. Persian art often depicted royal scenes, battles, and mythological narratives, and it influenced neighboring cultures. 6. The Royal Persians. The Persian emperors, particularly Cyrus the Great, Darius the Great, and Xerxes I, left a lasting legacy. They established the concept of monarchy as a central figure of power, shaping subsequent Persian dynasties. The emperor's personalities, achievements, and policies became legendary within Persian culture and influenced later rulers. 7. Enduring influence. The Persian Empire's influence extended far beyond its existence. After the conquests of Alexander the Great, Persian culture, art, and administrative practices spread throughout the Hellenistic world, influencing subsequent civilizations such as the Parthians, Sasanians, and Islamic empires. The Persian Empire, particularly during the reigns of Darius the Great and Xerxes I, oversaw the construction of several magnificent architectural and engineering masterpieces. Here are some key projects and masterpieces associated with the Persian Empire. 1. Persepolis. Persepolis was the grand capital of the Persian Empire, built by Darius the Great and later expanded by Xerxes I. It was a vast complex of palaces, ceremonial halls, and administrative buildings. The structures at Persepolis showcased intricate stone carvings, colossal statues, and impressive staircases, representing the grandeur and power of the empire. 2. Nakshi-Rustam. Located near Persepolis, Nakshi-Rustam is an ancient necropolis containing elaborate rock-cut tombs and reliefs of Persian kings. These tombs belonged to Darius the Great, Xerxes I, Artaxerxes I, and Darius II. The reliefs depict royal ceremonies, battles, and the victory of the Persian kings over their enemies. 3. Pasargadae. Pasargadae was the earliest capital of the Persian Empire and the residence of Cyrus the Great. The most notable structure at Pasargadae is the Tomb of Cyrus, a simple yet elegant stone structure. The tomb reflects Persian architectural style and serves as a testament to the empire's reverence for its founder. 4. Susa. Susa was an important city in the Persian Empire, serving as a political and administrative center. It contained palaces, audience halls, and the famous Apadana constructed by Darius the Great. The Apadana featured grand columns and impressive bas-reliefs depicting Persian and subject nations' tribute bearers. 5. Behistun inscription. The Behistun inscription is a monumental rock relief located in present-day Iran. It was commissioned by Darius the Great and serves as a historical record of his reign. The inscription is written in 3 languages and provides valuable insights into the empire's history, conquests, and administrative system. 6. Royal Road. The Royal Road was an extensive network of roads constructed throughout the Persian Empire. It connected major cities and regions, facilitating communication, trade, and the movement of troops. The road system included rest stops, postal stations, and bridges, contributing to the empire's efficiency and economic development. These architectural and engineering projects represent the mastery and grandeur of the Persian Empire. They showcase the empire's advanced construction techniques, artistic sophistication, and monumental vision, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the realm of ancient world architecture and culture. The last king of the Persian Empire, also known as the Achaemenid Empire, was Darius III. He ascended to the throne in 336 BCE. Darius III faced significant challenges during his reign, particularly the conquests of Alexander the Great. In 331 BCE, Darius III confronted Alexander the Great in the Battle of Gaugamela, a decisive engagement in which the Persian forces were defeated. Following the battle, Darius III fled from the battlefield, and Alexander pursued him. Darius III was betrayed by his own generals, most notably Bessus, who sought to gain power for themselves. Bessus captured Darius III and declared himself the ruler of Persia. However, Bessus' claim to the Persian throne was not widely accepted, as there were still loyalists to Darius III within the empire. Eventually, Darius III was apprehended by his own Bactrian troops, who sought to hand him over to Alexander the Great in hopes of securing favor. Upon learning of this, Alexander arrived at the scene, where he found Darius III critically wounded. According to historical accounts, Darius III was either already dead or died shortly after Alexander's arrival. The exact circumstances of Darius III's death remain somewhat uncertain due to conflicting accounts in historical sources. Some sources claim that he was murdered by Bessus or his own troops, while others suggest that he was assassinated by a Macedonian soldier. Nonetheless, the death of Darius III marked the end of the Achaemenid dynasty and the fall of the Persian Empire, with Alexander the Great establishing Macedonian rule over the conquered territories. The Persian Empire had a significant influence on various aspects of culture, including language. Several Persian words and terms have made their way into the English language. Here are some examples. Bazaar. The word bazaar refers to a marketplace or a street of shops. It is commonly used in English to describe a market or shopping area. Caravan. The term caravan originally referred to a group of travelers journeying together. In English, it commonly refers to a group of people, vehicles, or animals traveling together, particularly in a desert or remote area. Divan. The word divan originally meant a book of poetry or a collection of literary works. In English, it can refer to a council, a government office, or a type of couch or sofa. Paradise. The term paradise entered English through Persian and originally referred to an enclosed garden or a heavenly place of pleasure and beauty. It now generally refers to a blissful or idyllic place or state. Shawl. The word shawl denotes a type of garment, typically a large, rectangular piece of fabric used as a wrap or a covering. It is commonly used in English to describe a similar item of clothing. Taj Mahal. The famous architectural masterpiece in India, the Taj Mahal, takes its name from Persian. Taj means crown and Mahal means palace or great, creating the meaning crown palace in Persian. Turquoise. The word turquoise refers to a precious gemstone. It entered English through French and ultimately derives from the Persian term. These are just a few examples of Persian words that have become part of the English language, reflecting the cultural exchange and historical connections between Persia and the English-speaking world. Notes on Movie 300. The movie 300 is a fictionalized retelling of the Battle of Thermopylae between the Persian Empire and the Greek city-states. While the film takes inspiration from historical events, it is widely criticized for its lack of historical accuracy. Here are some reasons why 300 is considered historically inaccurate. Exaggerated battle scenes. The movie portrays the Battle of Thermopylae as a dramatic, stylized battle with exaggerated visuals and unrealistic combat sequences. It emphasizes fantastical elements and visual spectacle over historical accuracy. Distorted portrayal of Persians. The film depicts Persians as monstrous, inhuman, and barbaric, perpetuating negative stereotypes and portraying an inaccurate representation of Persian culture and people. Historical inaccuracies in costumes and weapons. The costumes, armor, and weapons depicted in the movie do not align with historical accuracy. The Spartans, for example, are shown wearing loincloths, capes, and exaggerated helmets that are not consistent with historical evidence. Lack of historical context. The movie neglects important historical context surrounding the Battle of Thermopylae. It fails to address the complex political dynamics, motivations, and strategies of both the Persian Empire and the Greek city-states. Ignoring the contributions of allies, the film downplays the role of other Greek city-states in the battle, focusing primarily on the Spartans. In reality, the Greek resistance involved a coalition of various city-states. It's important to note that 300 is a work of fiction intended for entertainment rather than historical accuracy. While it may provide a glimpse into the legendary aspects of the Battle of Thermopylae, it should not be relied upon as a reliable source of historical information. For a more accurate understanding of the Battle of Thermopylae and the Persian Wars, it is recommended to consult scholarly sources and historical accounts. The interaction between Arabs and the Persian Empire varied over time and encompassed political, cultural, and military aspects. Here are some key points regarding their interaction. 1. Pre-Islamic period. Before the rise of Islam, the Arabian Peninsula had trade and cultural connections with the Persian Empire. Arab tribes engaged in trade and interacted with Persian merchants, which influenced aspects of Arab culture, such as language, art, and religious practices. 2. Arab conquests. In the 7th century CE, the Arab Muslim armies, led by the Rashidun caliphs and later the Umayyad caliphs, embarked on a series of conquests known as the Arab Conquests. These conquests resulted in the expansion of the nascent Islamic Caliphate and the incorporation of Persian territories into the Islamic realm. Many Persians converted to Islam during this period. 3. Cultural exchange. The Arab rule over Persian territories led to a cultural exchange between the Arab and Persian populations. The Persian language and cultural traditions had a significant impact on the developing Islamic civilization. Persian scholars, scientists, and poets made notable contributions to Islamic culture, art, literature, and science. 4. Persian influence on Islam. Persian scholars played a crucial role in the translation and preservation of ancient Greek, Indian, and Persian texts into Arabic, which greatly contributed to the development of Islamic intellectual and scientific traditions. Persian thinkers also played a significant role in shaping Islamic philosophy, theology, and jurisprudence. 5. Persian revolts and dynasties. Despite the Arab conquests, there were periodic revolts by Persian local rulers and factions against Arab rule. Some Persian dynasties managed to assert independence from the Arab Caliphate, such as the Samanids and the Buyids, who established Persianate states. 6. Persian cultural resurgence. In later centuries, Persian culture experienced a revival and became a dominant force within the Islamic world. Persian language, literature, and artistic traditions flourished, influencing Islamic art, architecture, and poetry. Overall, the interaction between Arabs and the Persian Empire was multifaceted, ranging from political and military conflicts to cultural exchange and collaboration. The fusion of Arab and Persian elements contributed to the development of Islamic civilization and the rich cultural heritage of the region. Persian Gulf or Arabian Gulf. The naming of the body of water between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula has been a subject of controversy and disagreement. Arabs predominantly refer to it as the Arabian Gulf, while Iranians and many others refer to it as the Persian Gulf. The difference in naming reflects geopolitical and historical perspectives, as well as cultural and political factors. Arabs who use the term Arabian Gulf argue that the name reflects the dominant Arab presence in the region and aligns with their historical and cultural connections to the body of water. They emphasize the Arab heritage and the Arab majority countries surrounding the Gulf. On the other hand, Iranians and many others argue for the use of Persian Gulf due to its historical usage dating back centuries, recognizing the Persian influence and contributions to the region. The name Persian Gulf reflects Iran's historical ties to the area and their perception that it should be acknowledged. It's important to note that the term Persian Gulf has been widely accepted and recognized internationally for centuries, including by the United Nations and other global organizations. In summary, the Persian Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great and reaching its height under rulers like Darius the Great, was one of the largest and most influential empires in history. It encompassed a vast territory across 3 continents and implemented a sophisticated administrative system, cultural and religious tolerance, and impressive infrastructure projects such as the Royal Road. The empire clashed with the Greek city-states in the Persian Wars, and while it eventually fell to the conquests of Alexander the Great, its legacy endured through its art, architecture, and administrative practices, influencing subsequent civilizations.